Hey guys, we got a couple people waiting, right? Gonna pour my water, take a couple aspirin, this head. Just washed my hair. See if it looks any better. Just come sit a spell and we'll do some more reading, okay? I'll be right there. Dave's actually taking a nap, so the TV isn't going to be blaring in the background for a change. Hi, 10th Angel, California Thunder, Justin, wait, just chatting, Barbles and Jackie Burns, Casey Rex, Carol Boyce, S. Sparks, California Thunder, Kristen Vita Sills. I was going to put in the title, come watch me go bald while I read. Actually, I don't think it's as bad as I'm thinking. I think it'll get better. I do. I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Hi, Nana Patty. And Carolyn is going to give me that link and try to get Rogaine. Oh, that, whatever. It'll all come out. No pun intended. Margot. I love that name, Margot. Have a distant cousin, Margot. But I always loved her name. She did live in California. I don't know anything more about her, really. I'll ask my other cousin that was closer to her. I'm going to have some Alka-Seltzer as well. It's distressing. I think it's the hair dye for real. I do. Because I've always been a dark blonde. Hi, Teresa Lily. And I went overboard on all these dark colors all summer. So that could have had something to do with it. My hair is just not used to something like that. Find out a Patty, don't say hello. Fine. Can you guys hear little Garnet there playing with her toy? That ball that goes around. She looks so cute. She's wearing the cone and everything. She looks adorable. Hi, Nana Patty. Yeah, did it after a lot of dying? Maybe, huh? Garnet, come here and show them how cute you look, baby. She's being a lot better with it than I thought. Let me let Miss Mama Ramblins know. Mommy, Mommy, you need to come. Well, we're going to get started. I just sent her a message. I don't know if anybody put it in Slack. I know Kevin usually does. And I know, I think Nana Patty, you put it in there too, don't you? I know Kevin does for sure, but Kevin's not here. Oh, guess what I ordered that I want to read from when it gets here. It's supposed to get here later in the week. I just ordered it. The 1942 Sears Christmas catalog. I thought that would be fun to go through. Hi, Lisa, you just getting up? Oh, I think Lisa puts it in Slack too. Hi, Jen Grill, about me going live. You guys think that'll be fun? Hi, Shimpy. And I'm looking for more good old days, older issues, you know, because I'm subscribed to them already. So it will be, right, Scott? Thanks, Nana Patty. Yeah, it will be. Never seen that, you know. I can't really find any Christmas stories, though, in here, guys. You know, I think we went through a lot of them. I don't have as many of these magazines as I thought I did. So I'm going to order some more issues, you know, back issues. This one is Reminisce. I just opened this one. This is one of their extras, Up and Away with TWA. This is back from May. Look at the old TWA. Hi, help me, Rhonda. Do you, Teresa Lilly? That would be fun as well. You'll have to show us. Here's a picture on the back of Jean. Jean and I married on May 7th, 1960, and began our life together for the next 54 years, 5 months, and 16 days. She was my best gal, from Richard Obrowski, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Look at that cake. All the different lifetimes. All the different lives, you know, throughout time. What has happened to all the people? Hi, Debbie D. One thing I've wondered is, what has happened to all the people? Hi, Crazy Days. Over time that have lived, have they just disintegrated? I mean, people from, you know, going way back, thousands, you know, when mankind first started. Are they just dust? Hi, TC. Okay, TC. Shelly Ellis. Okay, I'll get started, guys. My hair is just starting to dry. I washed it super quick. Hi, Nancy Ann. Vintage gal. Shots of Alka-Seltzer for everyone. Okay, let's look through Reminisce, I guess, that I just showed you. The editor says, circling back, consuming a steady diet of pop culture as a kid, I knew all the TV ad jingles and sang them often. See, a lot of you might relate more to this reminisce, more of our time period. And yes, I do include myself in our time period. Because I wasn't alive back in the 40s and 30s and 20s and all that. We couldn't know it then, but the 70s proved to be the last great era for jingles. They grew rarer in the 80s and 90s and all but disappeared by the early 2000s when advertisers opted to license existing music instead of creating original tunes. And the so-called king of the jingle, Steve Carman, composer of the Nationwide Is On Your Side jingle, among others, told the Atlantic, the industry that I was in is no more. So before these little gems are lost to history, put your mental tape recorder on replay and try our quiz and sing along with jingles on page 40. This month, I have a lovely update to a March 2021 Reminisce Extra story. In Pen Pal in Vietnam, Nancy Mady wrote of her childhood correspondence with soldier Mike Conrad in 1970. Searching for him recently, she learned that he had died, but she befriended his widow, Becky. After the story ran, Becky heard from a man named Ed, whose brother Alfred had served with Mike. Alfred had also died, but Ed and Becky talked at length. Garnett, you're making noise. They're going to get mad. Becky heard from a man named Ed, whose brother Alfred had served with Mike. Alfred had also died, but Ed and Becky talked at length about the war buddies. Mike and Alfred spoke fondly of each other to their families over the years. It's such a great story how this has come full circle, Nancy writes. There is no better example of the power of storytelling. Stories last. No one's tale is ever truly over. Threads linger and loop, tying us together in ways we never dreamed possible. Hi, Debbie Britt. Hi, Carol never left the building. Davita. I didn't have to let you know, Davita. Let's see. There's some stories. There's like little trivia things and stuff in here, which is nice. Here's a picture, Our Lives mod trip. Rick to the right and I wore these safari jackets everywhere in 1969, including on a vacation to Canada, where we posed with our mom, Edith, and sister Debbie. And how about our hip high top loafers? This is from Bill Kraft, Fort Russell, Illinois. Oh my goodness, yep. This was the style, guys. Look at those pants. Look at those striped pants, striped jeans. I had striped jeans. I thought we were cool back then. Well, we were cool, right? Okay, this is still that section, Our Lives. This is Kathy shows off her bike and a pair of Mary Janes to her cousins in 1961. Look how cute. And one little boy sure looking at him too. The little guy there. Bell bottoms are back. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny how everything seems to come back. The shoes make the child. Wearing the right footwear was important by Kathleen Weber, Lanark, Illinois. Red or blue shoes, dress or play shoes. Barbara Manning, my mom, taught me that the choice mattered. Dress shoes were to be worn only for Mass and Catechism, white at Easter and black at Christmas time. My new scuff-free T-straps had teardrops-shaped eyelet holes and gross grain ribbon trim. When I couldn't squeeze them on, even with a shoehorn, and the patent finish was creased and cracked from walking, it was time for another pair. We got new ones when our dad, Jack, sent the Hereford cattle to market. And even at 6, I knew that wasn't often. When I was 9, canvas tennis shoes were the rage. They were an improvement over the usual summer footwear, flip-flops, which made me trip and stub my toes. The shoe clerk at Sears measured my feet for the right size, and Mom helped me pick navy blue. It'll hide the dirt better, she said. In 5th grade, I scored a pair of sassy red Mary Janes with cutouts on the uppers and a buckled strap. Oh, I wanted a pair of those so freaking bad. I think I have the generic type. Mine all caved in inside. But I thought I was cool. At bedtime, the day I got them, I gave the shoes one last look before turning out my lamp. When I awoke during the night, I checked that they were safe. Soon I wanted the pumps that other preteen girls had. But these training shoes were slip-ons without straps to keep them on my feet. I practiced walking, never running, in the short, chunky heels until I didn't trip or fall down steps. Mom said there was only one more snag to maturity: nylons. If my dad was here, he'd be shaking his head. Oh, I'm sure you had those. I wanted those white go-go boots so freaking bad. I never got them until they went out of style. And then I was able to get a pair. Probably because they were cheaper. Pea coat, yes. My ex-husband had that pea coat. My kid's father. When I got those go-go boots, one of my friends said, I thought you said you didn't like those. And I'm like, I don't know. She probably knew that I was, Here's young investors. Lyle and I did our part for the recycling effort while our father worked for the government during World War II. We collected used newspapers in Lyle's wagon, then took them to the salvage center for payment. Lyle used his money to buy 3 war bonds. I bought war stamps. I received a letter of commendation in 1946 from Caroline Lee, Reading, Pennsylvania. Oh, how cute. Look at those little kids. Yours with neither? Really, Jackie? It's not that my mom wouldn't let us have them. We probably couldn't afford them, you know what I mean? Okay, junior high opposites attract. My best friend at Waterloo West Junior High in Iowa, was Roxanne Baker. We met in 1965 when I asked to sit by her, and we hit it off immediately. Roxy was actually very shy, so I must have been a bad influence. We regularly got dismissed to the hallway for laughing and disrupting the classroom. One time, a policeman stopped us for riding my bike on a busy highway. Roxy was sitting on the front fender of my bike facing me, but I also looked out for her. When a bully used a slingshot to throw rocks at her in the park, I threw him into the creek. In 10th grade, Roxy moved to Broomfield, Colorado, but our friendship stayed intact, and we called often and even visited one another. From Tina Birken Beemet, Douglas, Iowa. And here is Tina on the left, and her brought out the playful side in her quiet friend Roxy. 7th graders. And here's a picture of under construction. My brother Ben in front joined in our cousin's engineering project at a family reunion in the 1950s. I love that old car in the background from Becky Boers in Ohio. Hi, Nicole Griffith. You were? Cool. This is called At Work in Our Lives, Moonlighting in the Strawberry Patch. Gardening side job was a labor of love from Frank Sudholz, Racine, Wisconsin. My mom's parents immigrated from Chenko, a town in what is now Czechia. Why did these names have to be? Franciska Frank, Herska, and Marie Vokurka had traveled separately to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and met in the local Bohemian Hall. They kept company for a time, and eventually Frank persuaded 22-year-old Marie to join him and his brothers for a 4th of July celebration. During the visit, the family story goes, Frank's brothers conspired to get the couple married. My mom, Ottilia Ann, was born 1 year later, on July 4th, 1907. Grandpa worked in Milwaukee as a harness maker, but within a few years, his brothers urged him to move his family to Menominee, Michigan. Signal Electric Manufacturing Company had opened a new factory there to produce crystal radio sets, which were just becoming popular. Frank's brothers had helped him build a house on a property of several acres. Grandpa was an excellent gardener, and he planted grass, vegetables, fruit trees, and shade trees on his new land. Grandma worked hard too, caring for the children, canning, and tending to the cow, chickens, and geese. But with my mom and her 2 siblings, Grandpa felt they needed more. He wanted to expand his earnings for a better life. After studying the possibilities for cash crops, Grandpa bought his first 50 strawberry plants. He already sold extra produce from his garden to local grocers and soon began filling orders for strawberries too. Starting before sunrise each morning during strawberry season, Mom and her siblings, Mary and George, joined Grandpa in the rows, picking and boxing the sweet fruit. Mom remembered the intense flavor of the strawberries and almost claimed there was no comparison between the big sweet berries that grew on Grandpa's plots and the bland ones that were sold in grocery stores. Oh, I believe that. The berries grew in such abundance that the workers could fill a quart box from every 6 inches of row, and during the height of the season, they'd fill 50 crates each day. Grandpa would then deliver his fruit to the local grocers before starting his shift at the factory. The hard work paid off. The money Grandpa made from his strawberry plots more than doubled his factory earnings. After a long day in the factory, Grandpa would work in the garden until dark. Long after his strawberry business ended, Grandpa until continued to garden. He was still at it in the 1960s when he was 80 years old. And here is his factory. And here he is with his wife Marie and baby George, Attilia Ann, and Mary in 1911. Boy, I'm tasting those strawberries now. There's nothing like those from back then. Remember how good they were when we were kids, how juicy. Just the wild ones that we would find in the field and in our yard. Oh my gosh, they were so good. They were just wild. Oh, hold it. Okay, sorry. I need some. Carolyn always tells me that. I have to. Okay. Nicole Griffith. You're young though, aren't you, Nicole? You're only like what, in your 30s? Late 30s maybe? You're welcome. Here's True Love. Oh, look how cute these are, guys. If you happen to order one of these bags, put in the code 2ScooterChick. I mean, it won't help with anything, but I'll feel important. This one's called Unlicensed Lender. First Date Survives a Little Ding by William Glass, Federal Way, Washington. June 1959 found me at National Guard Camp in Helena, Montana. After years, I was cruising with two of my classmates from high school. After hours, I was cruising with two of my classmates from high school, also members of the National Guard, when we passed a car with three girls in it. Stories vary as to who honked at whom, but in any case, we all stopped and introductions ensued. We arranged dates for the next night. Mine was Norma Jo Riley. Norma's mother allowed us to borrow her new car, a '59 Ford Fairlane, for our date to the drive-in movie. I was in heaven, driving a beautiful tan and white car with a beautiful date. When the movie was over, I thought Norma should have a chance to drive her mother's new car. Norma told me she couldn't drive, but as a teenager who loved cars and driving, I couldn't comprehend that anyone my age wouldn't know how to drive. So I convinced her to get behind the wheel. I immediately saw I'd made a mistake. As Norma pulled out of our parking space, she made a sharp turn, hitting the speaker post with the rear door and damaging the new car that had been trusted to my care just hours before. That's it, I thought. I won't be seeing this girl again. To our amazement, we were pardoned. Norma and I went out every night that I had free before our unit returned to Kalispell. After that, we stayed in touch while I worked construction that summer on the new Air Force Base in Glasgow and when I went back to college. Sometime during the year of this steady relationship, our talk turned to marriage. Norma's mother was all for the marriage. My future father-in-law, Norman, a gentle soul and a smart man, stayed out of the way of the wedding plans. We married December 10th, 1960, but the day itself is a blur. I do remember it as one of the few times in my life when my mom, my dad, and I were together, since my parents had divorced when I was 3. Now, in the winter of my life, I can truly say One of life's greatest gifts is being able to love and support one another, and I understand how lucky I was that the horn honked so many years ago. And here is their wedding picture. Hi, Anna. I think Avon's still around. Real life MASH surgeon. We'll read about that another time. I don't feel like going into the war ones right now. And a thing about the TWA. We can do that one another time. Oh, guys, look what this is. Retro replay Tupperware. Trip the light fan plastic. Earl Tupper patented his invention in the 1940s, but Tupperware didn't take off until marketing director Brownie Wise devised in-home selling parties in 1951. This postcard was an invite to a party in Girard, Pennsylvania in 1955. Look how cool this is. Davita, you love that floor, black and white. Isn't that cool? That's a postcard from them. That is neat. I wonder if that's the original Mackenzie Child, Davita, or Childs, whatever. I knew you would. Hi, Karen H. Oh boy, Carolyn, are you here? Or somebody that you love? Sing along with jingles. Hi, Karen. Marketers know well the power of a good song. A catchy tune paired with a few punchy lyrics about a product can create an earworm that lasts for years, in some cases far longer than the product itself. While jingles have existed for as long as there have been radio and TV stations to play them, the ad scene of 50 years ago was particularly memorable for introducing some of the catchiest earworms in jingle history. That year, 1971, McDonald's Corp, whatever, had a new commercial featuring 7 guys cleaning the heck out of a restaurant and singing "You Deserve a Break Today." Meanwhile, another food giant, Coca-Cola Company, ran a spot of people on a hilltop singing, "I'd like to buy the world a Coke." And an insurance company promised, "Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there." They still sing that, I think. Not like I did. But a few notes of that last ditty still appear in State Farm commercials today. To think that a then struggling singer-songwriter named Barry Manilow got paid just $500 for co-writing it. Of course, Manilow went on to a glittering music career, but he never forgot his early days as a jingle writer and performer. For years, his live shows included a medley of popular jingles, his own and others. How many of these infectious commercial tunes wormed their way into your memory? might as well ask these. There's only, I think, 12 of them. Yeah, just 12. This jingle for an American car maker became a signature tune for Dinah Shore. Is it A, In My Merry Oldsmobile? B is Big New Studebaker. C, See the USA in Your Chevrolet. D, Baseball, Hot Dogs, Apple Pie, and Chevrolet. I'm going to say it's at See the USA in Your Chevrolet, but let me find the page with the answers. Because I have no clue. I think so too, Barb. Chevy, yeah. Let's see if we're... Well, I don't want to look if we're right because then I'm going to see the other answers. So let's just remember, we think it's that. Which product promised, oh, what a relief it is. Oh, come on. I know you guys know this one. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Kind of just mentioned it. Alka-Seltzer, Pepto-Bismol, and Anacin Pepsid C. Yes, ma'am, Alka-Seltzer. Fill in the blank. There's something about blank man. There's something about A, a brute, B, an aqua velva, C, a high karate, D, an English leather. This one's easy too. There's something about yep, B, yep, aqua velva. Okay. Oh, this one's easy too, guys. These are simple. Which one is correct for this sticky jingle co-written by Barry Manilow? A, I am stuck on Elmer's. B, I am stuck on Band-Aid. C, I am stuck on duct tape. D, I am stuck on Post-it note. They must think a lot of us like have dementia or something. Right? Yes. Reminisce, we're not that far gone yet. We ain't that old yet. This tourism jingle began airing in 1977. Right, S. Sparks? Pretty insulting. This tourism jingle began airing in 1977, just 2 years after the country's biggest city came within hours of declaring bankruptcy. Oh, I had no idea about this one. A, I love New York. B, we love to fly and it shows. C, it's better in the Bahamas. D, don't mess with Texas. I'm going with I love New York, A. But I have no idea. It's better in the Bahamas, really? We love to fly and it shows. I love New York. Me too. You're going with A. Okay, we'll see when we get to the end because I don't want to see the answers. New York did declare bankruptcy. I never knew that. Okay, finish the phrase. You'll remember, you'll wonder where the yellow went. I remember this one, I think. Yeah. A, when you drop a Chiquita in your tent, when you scrub stains with Tide detergent, when Morton gives your egg accent, or D, when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. Yes, Barb, it's that Pepsodent. Davida. You're right, Tavita. Okay, Woodstock opening act and folk icon Richie Havens above wrote this song for the cotton industry. It's A, short shorts, B, the fabric of our lives, C, you can leave your hat on, or D, forever in blue jeans. I'm going to say B, the fabric of our lives. You say that too, Shelley? Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Anybody? Yeah. What, Debbie Britt, you need the question again? The cotton industry, Richie Havens wrote this for the cotton industry, short shorts, the fabric of our lives. You can leave your hat on, or forever in blue jeans. Okay, and then the next one. Remember, we'll give the answers at the end. I think we know most of them anyway. Finish this phrase. This is another tough one. Not the best part of waking up is giving friskies to your pup. Is the sound of a brewing crops? Is grabbing a Dixie cup? Is Folgers in your cup? Is there anybody here who's never heard that jingle? Is that like a new thing? Anybody here never heard that? Are you? You're drinking a cup now? Can you see that? If somebody like our age is like, I have never ever heard that. Really? Never did. Well, that's new on me. He co wrote Dr. Pepper's most original soft drink ever jingle and went on to win 2 Oscars for songwriting. He co wrote this, Dr. Pepper's most original soft drink ever jingle. Was it Hoagie Carmichael, Paul Anka, Leonard Bernstein, or Randy Newman? I have no clue with this one. Jackie. I have no clue. I would guess and say Randy Newman. Oh, well, there we go. See? We got a few saying Randy Newman. A couple of them. You must be behind because you're saying Manilow, because he's not one of the choices. Velvet. Okay, we'll find out in a few. Which venerable brand brings good things to life? I remember this too. Is it AT&T, CVS, GE, or A&W? This one's yep. GE. We bring good things to life. This jingle by longtime commercial composer Jake Holmes started airing in the early 1980s and was transformed the image of military service. Oh, I think we're going to know this one too. Or wait, maybe not. So jingle, early 1980s. Okay, is it Be All That You Can Be? The Few, the Proud, the Marines, Find Yourself, in the Air Force Reserve, or in the Navy? Oh, I think it's 8. Isn't it Be All That You Can Be? Yeah. A lot of us think it's that one. Okay, the last one, Richard Trentledge had his kids sing this little ditty, which became the winning entry for a 1962 National Jingle contest sponsored by a picnic favorite. Is it Hamburger Helper helped her hamburger? Hostess and kids, they go together. The Oscar Mayer Wiener song. The Oscar Mayer Wiener song. Or Martini and Rossi on the Rocks say yes. I'm saying hostess and kids, they go together. A picnic favorite. The Oscar Mayer one? Really? I was thinking Oscar Mayer. But I'm going with I'm going to stick with hostess, but you guys are probably right about the Oscar Mayer Wiener. Okay, let's see what these answers are. Ones that we had questions on. Okay, the first one that we didn't, wait, what was the one? Okay, it was number 5 about the bankruptcy. A. Wait, no, B, number 5. 5 is A. You guys were right. I love New York. What was the other one? There was only like 1 or 2 we weren't sure about. Oh, the Dr. Pepper co-writing. We were saying Randy Newman. Let's see if it's right. D. Yep, Randy Newman. GE. The jingle should be all that you can be. Yep, it is. And then, okay, let's see if it's Oscar Mayer or hostess. 12C. Oscar Mayer. You guys are right. Oh, I wish I were an Oscar Mayer wiener. Oh, and here's some Barry Manilow. Maybe I'll send Carolyn a picture of this and she can make it on her Cricut. Blow it up. Have it in her bedroom. Just so she can wake up and see him in the morning. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Here's your fashion for all you vintage fashion ladies. 1948, 49, and 61. Let me see. I want to check something. Wait, I'll hold this so you guys can see the fashions. Which I know it's shocking, but I was never a fashion person. I know you're shocked. As long as I look decent going out somewhere to an event and have, something like a new outfit or something, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I am no June Cleaver walking around. Okay, you were only born in 61. Okay, you're still a baby then to me. Don't get offended now, Barb. Here is a picture of Barry Williams. This is from A Brush with Fame for the groovy guy who has everything. Barry Williams brings up a big old bunch of emotions. This is from Teresa Taylor. She's from San Diego, California, Davita. Maybe you run into her at Hobby Lobby somewhere. I know you don't live down that far, but there she is. Didn't you see him too, Davita? How come that sounded familiar? Oh, wow. Frankincense and myrrh, rubbing oil, neuropathy rubbing oil, fast acting pain relief for burning, tingling, and numbness with no side effects. It's at Walmart, Amazon, CVS, Walgreens, Myers. Never heard of that. Frankincense and myrrh, and $2 off. If you buy it, tell them you saw it on Two Scooter Chicks channel and you saw a $2 off coupon. You're 66, we're still kids. Kids as long as we want to be. The Brady Bunch was one of my favorite TV series. In 1973, when I was 12, I entered a radio contest to meet the actor who played Greg Brady, Barry Williams, who was performing at the Steel Pier in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I was overjoyed when the station called to tell me I was a winner. I spent the next week preparing to meet my teen idol. On the big day, I wore a robin's egg blue halter top with matching flared pants and did my long hair like the other girls of my generation, parted straight and down the middle. I was one of a dozen fans taken to a private area backstage at the Steel Pier. We were brimming with excitement, as were our mothers waiting nearby, many of whom also had crushes on Greg Brady. Finally, Williams walked into the semicircle we had formed. He was 19, tall, and handsome, and dressed in jeans, a t-shirt from The Exorcist, and a brown suede fringed jacket, the epitome of mid-70s teenage cool. We all absolutely melted. He played guitar for us, posed for pictures, and patiently signed autograph after autograph. Through it all, we were tongue-tied. I begged my mother to bring me back the next day for Williams's performance at the Golden Dome Ballroom. He gave an excellent concert, and after the show, when he came out to greet his fans, I walked up and gave him a pewter stein that I'd had engraved to Barry Williams with all my love, Teresa Schalk. His arms oohed and awed as he gave me a big hug and then a kiss, my first. I was floored. Decades have passed, but I'll never forget that magical moment. Hey, 80s girl. Which one did you get? The good old days or the reminisce 80s? Hi, baby doll. And did you give them my name? 80s girl, did you give them, when they asked, how did you find this? Did you tell them Two Scooter Chick sent you? Because you may have gotten a discount. Reminisce? You wouldn't really, I'm just kidding. Hi, Tim McBriarty. I'm going to show you guys my hair, the long down the middle that she's talking about. Hold on. I know I've shown some of you before. It's from 1975. I have a lot better pictures, but this is the only one I can really find right here. The rest are down at my parents' and my cousins. This is, I had just turned 20, and that is how we wore our hair. See how long my hair is? And that's me holding Bonnie, burnt hot dog. She was 1 year old. Look at that down the middle. And I was squinting from the sun. But that was the style. If you didn't have that long hair and you wanted it straight, you didn't want curl. And that's my natural hair color too, except it should be, now it's gray, but this is Nikki, my younger daughter. That's Lexi's mom. Jack, Maddie, and Amelia's. Jack, Maddie, and Amelia's mom. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, me too, Scooter. Still have it. Yeah, do you? I probably would too if I hadn't had chemo and all that, because my hair, yes, I probably still would. That's kind of, Sit, watch me go bald, and listen to me read as I bald. Let's see. Let's see. This is John feeds David in 1961. The trusty Oster below was handy when David started on solid foods. One of those blenders, Osterizer. It was founded in 1924 in Racine, Wisconsin. John Oster Manufacturing Company introduced the Osterizer. I don't know, I'm probably not pronouncing Osterizer. With its beehive base and on-off toggle in 1946 for about $40. Can you believe that? Thank you, guys. We were all beautiful when we were young, weren't we? We were, in our own ways. What video reel? We were all pretty. Every decade, there's something attractive about every one of us. I don't see a video reel. I don't see it. Oh, wait. Miracle Ear asked me about the discount. But I just told them, check Scoot's only page. Oh my gosh, that's great. You met Davy Jones, you lucky stiff, Davida. I wanted to meet him so bad. I had such a crush on him too. Are you feeling better, Nana Petty? Hi, crime scene cleaner. Aw, Jackie Burns, and so were you. We all were, guys. Come on. When we were young, we were pretty hot looking. Come on. We were. We were all embarrassed of our bodies. But when you look back, those pictures, and you think, no, I wasn't fat. Like I thought I was fat there. Can you believe that? I thought I was too heavy. So dumb. Because I had given birth, a year earlier. God, I'm so fat. Remember my mother-in-law, Grandma Bonnie and Nikki's grandma. Yeah, I wanted to swim in their pool about this time, maybe another year. And I wouldn't put on a bathing suit. I'm glad, Nana Patty. Finally, I did. I put one on. I was like, I don't want anybody to see me. I'm so fat. She's like, I wish I was that fat. I was probably 120 pounds. So dumb. Cute. I don't know. Okay, let's see. I want one of these. That's expensive. They're still popular on auction sites today with some working models similar to Kathy's priced at around 50 or more. It says blender still cuts it. Young couples splurge purchase grows into reliable old friend by Kathy Manny, Henderson, Nevada. Handsome young man there too, holding a cute little baby. When my husband John and I were expecting our first child in May 1961, we were 19 and 21 years old. John was stationed with the Air Force in California, and our monthly budget didn't allow for much more than the bare necessities. We had heard about Oster blenders. I'm looking at Davita like she can tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. And agreed that if we had one, we could make our expected we could make our expected baby's food. It was expensive for us, but we would save money over time. So we went ahead and bought it a few weeks before our son David was born. I soon learned that the blender had many more uses in the kitchen than simply making baby food. New osters, osters. Hi, Buttercup. New Oster owners could sign up to receive a recipe pamphlet once a month from the manufacturer. These were filled with blended food ideas, from barbecue sauce to fancy drinks. Before long, our blender became a much loved and much used appliance. Years ago, Oster reissued its iconic beehive style blender, similar to the one John and I bought. We didn't need to purchase the remake for the sake of nostalgia. Our original Osterizer Deluxe was still going strong. That blender has served us without fail for 60 years, despite many moves in the United States and Asia. Though we scarcely could afford it in 1961, our Oster turned out to have been a bargain. Can you believe that? Still going strong today. Look, see, because they made things to last back then. My parents, they have a refrigerator that they bought when I was a baby, and it still runs. My dad said that they bought it at Sears, and the guy there told him, "Don't, uh, well, you can buy it, but it's not going to last real long." Something about, I don't know, something in it, and it wouldn't last long. It's still running. I mean, they're not using it now, but yeah, they used it down at Jellystone where they had their camper. Well, you could also have things fixed. Right, as Sparks. And you can some things today, but it costs you an arm and a leg. Cheaper to just buy the new thing, right? We're going to stop at 8:30. Let's see, what else? What are you guys saying? They used to have small appliance. Yeah, yes. Remember the Maytag guy? He would always be so lonely. Yes, we were beautiful inside and out. You could take us or leave us. Yeah. Anybody remember the tubes in the TV sets? This one is Reminisce, Debbie. This one is a special that they have. Reminisce Extra. Ooh, look at this chair, guys. Nana Patty. I don't know if you have one of these. My dad had one similar to this from my mom. He's since sold it at an auction. Remember the tubes? I remember my dad taking the back of the TV thing off, putting those tubes in there. I remember how cool they all looked. All the glass, those glass tubes, all different sizes and shapes, and those little things, that they would stick in the TV. Hi, Tracy. TV remote for your parents, yes. The TV needed to warm up. It probably did. I don't remember that, but you're probably right. What we didn't realize then was that we had to love ourselves for. I know, right? Just seeing what you guys are saying. I don't really get to chat or anything that much in Carolyn's because it truly does hurt this hand. That's why I hate to even say hi or say anything because then everybody says hi and I feel so bad because it'll hurt to type it and everything. Just like fluorescent lights need to warm up. Yeah, you're right. I do remember that now, Barb. I do. I remember the TVs having to warm up now that you say it. And then it seems like when they went off, didn't it like go down to like a little point like of light or something like that? And then it was off? Something like that? The TV antennas around, yes. We had a great big antenna on our house when I was a kid. But I think we still had rabbit ears too. The flicker, yes, the flicker. Yeah, it would do that little flicker. And it did that when it came on too, I think, right? Maybe that's what you mean. Yeah, because it would be warming up. I haven't thought of that. I love thinking of this stuff. Black and white. I can remember my brother's first paycheck. He bought my mom. Really? A color TV? Yeah, my parents never had one until I was moved out. Us three older kids were gone, I believe, when they finally got a color TV. Yes, the one you'd put foil on them. Yes. Remember, like Carolyn was saying that one time, if you got a station that you never would really get, you'd be so excited. You'd see like just shadows and a little bit of static, and then it might come in for a little bit. Couldn't watch on school night. Grandchildren, yeah, in the van, yeah, going on trips, going to the store. They're sitting there in the back seat watching shows on their screens in the back. Hi, Ted RX. The national anthem ending the broadcasting. Yes. Yeah, that was so neat, that they would do that. If you think about it, that they would play the national anthem. Sounds like my dad, Sparks. My dad's always been very frugal and thrifty. That's why he has so much now at his age. I liked watching Soul Train. I loved Soul Train. I loved it. It's Soul Train. What else, guys? What else? Oh, did you guys see where Monday Dorothy and I spoke today. She called me about setting up the interview with her about growing up, being in an orphanage. So that'll be Monday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. She's going to come on and tell what that was like, living in the Catholic orphanage and then getting adopted. So I think it sounds very interesting. You can't wait? Good, good. And if anybody else wants to come up sometime, just, email me. I would love that. Dorothy said I should call them, that I should try to do like human interest stories since I'm into that kind of stuff. And that is right up my alley, just listening to someone's story. I love that. It's almost like reading a book. I beg Moo to please write a book. She has so many good stories. You guys just wouldn't believe it. So interesting. Really, Baby Doe? Really? Baby Doe, I watch that stuff all the time here on YouTube. And I read books on that. I'm going to email you tonight about a couple things yes, okay. 2scooterchick@gmail.com. Simple enough. That's an easy email. Could you wrap up what I said? March 30th, 45. Oh, so she was right at close to the end of the war then. Thank goodness, right? Would you come up sometime and tell us what she's told you, what you remember or something, or just write it in an email or something? I would love to hear it. I would love it. Her man-human interest story. I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. Oh, good, Baby Doe. California Thunder, I didn't forget about you. You're going to come on and show us your collection, right? California Thunder, email me and let me know when you want to do that. We try to go before Carolyn goes on, but we know Carolyn goes on later. She likes to go on a little bit later, so, figure we'll try to do stuff maybe around 7, 8, something like that, these kind of stories. You are lucky to be alive, Baby Doe. It's a wonder your mother survived. It was in Berlin, huh? Your mom died July 2020, so that really caught my eye. Us baby boomers are awesome. I think we are pretty awesome. I'm glad we were born in the time that we were. I really am. So California Thunder, email me when you want to do that sometime, okay? Show us your collection and everything. Sorry, Shelly Ellis. Oh gosh, it scared me. Lexi's laughing because I jumped. I lived in Germany in the early 90s, and those women single-handedly rebuilt Germany. So, yes, I've watched the videos. People living in the bombed-out buildings and clearing everything up, picking up brick after brick and passing it to the next person. And it's amazing. Tracy Claw said, hi, Lexi. Hello. Well, it's after 8:30, so I guess we'll go for now. Tomorrow we got baking. And of course, we have Carolyn tonight, then baking tomorrow with her. And should be some fun. She she does only because of the glasses. I'm not sure yet. I think Carolyn will let us know, Debbie, for what time for that. Okay. Now we only look because our hair is the same right now and the glasses. We really look nothing alike. Lexi is absolutely beautiful. But she doesn't want to be beautiful, and I hate how you're like that. Only because she's got it. She could be one of those characters in a movie that has the glasses, the hair up, and then something could happen. She gets dolled up and she's like everybody's after her. That's what she really is like. She doesn't like that. She doesn't like that. She doesn't want people to think she gets real mad. Well, actually, I'm going because I want to watch something right now. That's why I'm going. So, Carolyn, she'll be on soon in a little while, right? So, see y'all later at Carolyn's tonight and then cookies tomorrow. Carolyn's again. Carolyn's Monday. But here on Monday, too, we'll have Dorothy. I'm going to try to get rid of this headache, too. I love you guys, and I appreciate it so much, guys. I really do. I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I do. I really do. Hi, Danielle. Danielle, you were here. See, you never even talked to me. You're always hiding. What, are you embarrassed to be seen over here or what? Hiding out. Love you. Okay. Talk to you guys later. Love you so much. Bye-bye. 45 people. Oh, good. Brenda? Okay. Bye, guys. I don't want to go. I feel like 46 people. Sorry, shares. Okay, guys. I love you guys. Bye. Scoot, beep, beep.